Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of round 10 for the Flock and Geese's My Team career mode here on F123, and this is part 2 of the Austrian session. So practice and qualifying, we qualified position 1. Sprint race, we finished P1 as we started in P1, so it's just the Grand Prix now. Hopefully we won't have any problems like we did in Canada. Hopefully it ends up a lot like Spain, but we just don't know, do we? So let's get on with it, shall we?
Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of this famous race. It's time for the Austrian Grand Prix. 7 rights and just 3 left-handers make up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is flat out, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of Turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Goose lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Russell, Perez, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Norris, Bottas, Gasly, Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Joe, Stroll, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Hulkenberg, Sargent, De Vries, Williams, Albon, and Carlos Sainz will start from the back of the grid. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. Anthony Davidson is joining us for this one. Ant, I've been locked in here doing meticulous preparation, but you've been out and about in the paddock. How are the conditions?
Well, the surface looks clean enough, but I'm a little bit worried about the track temperature. It's pretty cool out there, which could give some teams difficulties when it comes to keeping their tyres in the right operating window. The cars out there that work their tyres hard and really put a lot of energy through them, they'll be the ones that are better off.
Okay people, you know the drill. P1, excellent sprint race, excellent qualifying, P1 throughout, and we've just been dominating, and we're off. Well, that's an excellent start for the Goose. We go into the first corner here. Hamilton, Verstappen, not an excellent start, and he's off! He's off! He's just taken off! Look at him go! He's off! Verstappen and Hamilton trying to catch up with him, but he's just flocked off into the distance. That's F-L-O-C-K, YouTube, not what you thought you meant. Oh no, it's Russell, sorry, I kept thinking it's Hamilton. And, oh, just like in the sprint race, we have a bit of a yellow flag going on in Turn 3, the hard braking zone. Everyone's on softs, we're the only one on mediums. So, Verstappen P2, the Whining Dutchman, followed by Kingston's #1 driving all ladies man, George Russell, followed by Sir Lewis Hamilton in P4, followed by Sergio Perez, the actual Red Bull driver himself. The actual Red Bull driver in P5. Not, the Whining Dutchman. God, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? I see what Simon Trains means now. Sheldon means when I do the... No, leading Verstappen by 1.6 seconds in the first lap. This Goose is literally making a statement here. The Goose is coming back from F122. We set the fastest lap.
Okay to use your overtake button.
We have 36 laps in the 50% session races here at Austria. We do have 2 problems though. The first problem is the turbocharger is starting to wear out, which is affecting the overall like recharge for the the yellow bar that you're seeing there. The turbocharger basically charges up the ERS, and the other problem we have, which is a much major problem, is the heat component. The MGU-H is on its last legs and is about to explode. So if we can actually hold it in for 34 laps, that is just insane. We get a purple through section 1 and section 2. This is purple means optimal for those that are not familiar with how the racing game works. Red means bad. Green means, oh yeah, you've done okay, and then purple is perfect, and we have, for the second time now, achieved the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And DRS has been enabled, the drag reduction system. I call it something else, but another purple for section 1, but that's not important about the how well we do for section 1. What is important is that we are 2 seconds in front of Verstappen. However, Kings Lynn's #1 driver and ultimate ladies man has something to say about that, as it's Kings Lynn's #1 finest versus the Whining Dutchman. Who's got it, people? Fight between Hamilton and Perez, Russell and Verstappen. But the Goose is gone. He's literally gone, and this is incredible. So I'm having a drink. Keep yourself hydrated. You don't want to lose your voice when you're doing. You know how it is. If you're doing voiceovers and narration, you have to keep your voice hydrated. The 3rd time in a, it's a hat trick, people. Hat trick, hat trick. 3rd time in a row. First fastest lap of the Grand Prix. The Goose, 3 times in a row now, holds and dominates the fastest lap. It's Russell, Verstappen, Perez moves up to position 4 now from Lewis Hamilton, and Russell, Kings Lynn's, he may be Kings Lynn's #1 best driver, but he's 2.5 seconds behind Worcester's chaotic and #1 driver from Worcester, of all places. Yes, because in Worcester, you see, right, got a couple of chaotic things about Worcester, if you don't mind me saying. Worcestershire sauce, right? Literally every baby that is born in Worcester gets baptised with Worcestershire sauce. And it's not a pretty sight, I tell you. Why do you think I'm so chaotic? Takes a sip of iron brew at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yes, 4 AM. I woke up an hour ago and thought, oh, okay, I'll do voiceovers at 4 in the morning. Who does voiceovers at 4 in the morning? Oh boy, 4 AM! It's like that SpongeBob SquarePants meme. Oh boy, 3 AM! Though still leading by 2.5 seconds in front of George Russell, but Perez has moved up to the actual Red Bull driver. Not the Whining Dutchman has dropped down to position 4, with Hamilton holding position 5. This has been an interesting one. Who would do well in a fight? Kings Lynn's #1 driver or Worcester's #1 driver? Yeah, Worcester is, Great Britain. Right. Oh lord, right, I needed that fan on. Right, the fan's on, so that'll cool me off as I do these narrations. It's a bit noisy because the fan's just quiet. Stop rattling, you crap. Sorry, the fan is just divided. There's not much to talk about as because we're in the lead by 2 seconds and there isn't much action, I'm afraid. I do apologise. I'm just trying to fix the fan. Right, that's the best I could do. It's still making a racket. And today is my birthday, by the way, when I'm recording this, so the 24th of July. You know what that means? Guinness. Yes, lots of Guinness. Russell is attempting to catch up, as you can see there, 2.1 seconds behind the Goose. 6 laps in, and we're still holding down position 1. Oh, he's catching up now. He's under 2 seconds behind us. No, he's dropped back to 2 seconds. 4 seconds for Perez. Jesus, this is a massacre. We're now moving on to lap 7 here in Austria. I mean, by now the soft tyres will start to wear out, so we have the advantage in a way. It's a bit of there's 2 sides to the coin here. The Goose's advantage is that the Russell, Verstappen, Perez and Hamilton are all on soft tyres, and the soft tyres don't last quite long because they're soft. However, everyone else is. However, these people have the advantage that our engine is about to explode because of the heating. The turbocharger is not charging up the battery, which means not much we can do in terms of ERS, and the heating, the engine's overheating as we speak, so we're gonna explode the car basically. If we actually survive the 36 laps. Hopefully we do. I'd like that. I'm sure you'd like it as well. Sorry, I'm just unloading I'm unloading my breakfast of a 6-packet of chocolate fingers. Yes, this is my life, people. This is my life. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done. Leclerc briefly here we go. This is a proper fighting now. Leclerc on the mediums, attempting to gain position 5 from Hamilton. Bit of a fight going on. Verstappen, in the meantime, has taken back position 3 from his teammate, unfortunately. Yeah, there's a fight going on between Hamilton and Leclerc. And we're still... Oh, excuse me. Hiccuping. Still a fight, still 2.5 seconds in front of Russell. And he's doing exceptionally well considering he's on the soft tyres. We go a bit off the track there into the last corner as we start around lap 9. The medium tyres will be starting to lose grip. What the condition of the soft tyres will be on the other cars, I have no idea, and I don't want to know because they'd be they'd be literally just worn out by now. They don't last very long, the soft tyres. Mediums, yeah, not so much. Leclerc takes position 5 from Sir Lewis Hamilton, and he's on the mediums. And no, Hamilton is Leclerc. Oh, they're fighting still. Go on, fight. Fight! Chaos! Good! I think I just saw King Alonso! I think he's joining the pack between Hamilton and Leclerc. I think. I could be wrong. Yeah. End of lap 9. Still 2.5 seconds in front of Russell, and this is lap 10, and we are just over 1/4 in. I forgot to mention this at the start of lap 9, but we are officially 1/4 way into the race now. Oh, we braked hard then. That was not that wasn't exactly the best way to leave turn 3, but it doesn't seem to affect the Goose too much, as we're still just over 2 seconds in front. Are we seeing...
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
Shut up. Are we seeing the return of the Madman from F1 2022? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Or in this case, it's just Rockstar Paul 69 that watches my content, which, God bless him, thank you very much. It means a lot to this channel of 17 subscribers, but that's not the point. I enjoy Formula 1, apart from trains. I like Formula 1, I like racing games. So this is
26.6 seconds.
So it's fun to have someone, Ian watch this. So thank you, Rockstar, and Team Chaseliner. So technically, these videos are sponsored by Team Chaseliner because Rockstar Paul watches my content here on Tico, the gaming channel. So thank you very much. It means a lot to us. Now trailing. Oh my, 3 seconds in front of Russell. This is domination. It's the soft tyres are starting to wear out now because he's slowing. We're 3 seconds in front. Although he is making some ground up, he's under 2 seconds now. Well, that could be just because, well, we didn't really handle the 2 turns properly. Yep, he's 2.5 seconds in behind us, which means we haven't handled the corner well, but that doesn't matter. We're still in the lead. The engine's not exploded, which is of course the main benefit or factor to take in. Lap 12, which means we are 1/3 through this race. 24 laps to go. It's going to be a long one, but that's good. Leclerc and Hamilton are still fighting for position 5. This is what I like.
Okay,
Oh my God!
retiring from the race.
Not again! Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sprint race all over again. The smooth operator from Ferrari, Carlos Sainz, is out and showing his aggression with Stroll and the Williams there, and his engine has gone. That Ferrari engine is just having a rest, as you can see. Oh, it's not been an exceptionally good weekend for Carlos Sainz. But however, it's not a too familiar story, is it? Because if you remember, someone had a double DNF at Azerbaijan. So Carlos Sainz, we understand your pain and frustration, buddy. Hamilton takes position 5 from the last surviving Ferrari driver of the race, Charles Leclerc, the Monaco Madman himself.
Caution, caution.
We're getting a caution because we are approaching the section of track of Carlos Sainz where he went off. As you can just see him on the left side there. Bye, Carlos.
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go.
We know. My God, Captain Obvious is at work here. Yes, marking his position in history as someone that is basically Captain Obvious.
Okay, be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tyre grip anytime now.
Yeah, this happened 2 laps ago, buddy. Try and keep up. The MGH is at 72%. This is not a promising sign. I don't know what the turbocharger's on. 70 something? Something similar? I think it was 69. Nice. God. Now, you would think there's no red flags? Because it's the Goose. We have done chaotic things in the F122 and F123 so far. You would expect a red flag. But nothing has happened to cause a red flag yet, so patience. Lap 14. And surely by now, the people on the soft tyres should think about going into the pit lane, as the soft tyres would have been they literally should have been burnt out by now. Again, the soft tyres don't last very long.
Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 2.0 seconds.
Yeah, we're still trailing Russell by a considerable amount of seconds of just 2. As we go round the final corner at the end of lap 14 into the start of lap 15.
Now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
So we'll be pitting at the end of lap 16, just like last time just like in Spain. The same strategy. And oh hello, Lando Norris is challenging Leclerc for position 5, and he's got it. Position 5, the McLaren, Lando Norris. I hope they fix that sound, EA. Yeah, because that's annoying when racing. Wonder how our teammates doing. Best not to ask. Yeah, I do apologise. Not much really happened. And here we go. George Russell has gone into the pit lane. The tyres have started to give in. Oh, what am I saying? P16 for pit lap for pitting. What am I on about? Verstappen and Norris have gone into the pit lane as well. Russell's fitting the hard tyres. Verstappen's on the mediums. Lando Norris is going to the pit lane. What's he going to go on? He's going on. Oh, I don't know. Verstappen's overtaking him in the pit lane. Guan Yu Zhou is position 5, followed by George Russell in P4, Leclerc P3, Perez P2. Perez is still on the softs for some bizarre reason. He must be on the same strategy we are. I don't think he's doing the two pit stop strategy. But that's not important. What is important is that we are in front by 10 seconds. Which gives us an advantage. If we continue to drive at a fast, if we keep the delta like this at a fast pace, we can pit and then get out of the pit lane and still be in first place. We could basically do a Nigel Mansell. Right, we're doing Nigel Mansell, right, and we just go to the pit lane, get the tyres on, get the tyres fixed, right, and then we go out of the pit lane, we're still in first place, right. That's very nice to know, lads and lasses. Sergio Perez finally goes to the pit lane and gets the medium tyres on. Leclerc's following by almost 14 seconds behind us. Russell in 20 seconds. It's all chaos. Joe from Alfa Romeo in position 4. This is excellent for Alfa Romeo to get one of their drivers up into the top 5. We go a bit off into the gravel. Not exactly the what we want here, but now is the question. Will we still be P1 by the time we get out of the pit lane? But if we go into the pit lane at the end of lap 17, obviously the other drivers are going to start pushing now.
Perform their magic on the car. They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
I see a car. Leclerc's coming into the pit lane for some reason. Has he pitted? No, I don't think he has. I thought he pitted. Hang on, it's George Russell. He's trying to get around the outside. Do we get in time? No. Russell just clears. Russell just clears the Goose, and this is the fight. It's Kings Lynn's #1 driver versus Worcester's #1 driver, an ultimate chaotic nut job. Versus Kings Lynn's #1 driver, an ultimate ladies man. Goose Lord, Maniac versus ladies man. Kings Lynn versus Worcester. Who's gonna win here, people? Lap 18. So that's we're halfway through the Grand Prix. And we overtake George Russell, reclaiming position 1, but I don't think Russell is finished. Hamilton is P4, Verstappen P3, Perez P5. Oh, it's going to be good. I need to keep hydrated. Oh, I've run out of my own brew. Not to worry. Even with DRS, George Russell's going to have a hard time going through turn 3 here. And our teammate Callan Williams is going to the pit lane. Because I think he's on the same strategy we are. At the back of the queue. Fair enough. George Russell's trying to overtake us there in turn 4, fails, and is growing increasingly impatient. He did have the DRS actually through turn 8. You see him go around the inside, but the Goose blocks him off. Just in time as well. MGH is at 74%, the turbocharger at 67%. Not 69, sorry Ian. Maybe give it a few more laps. The start of lap 20 now. Now Russell will have DRS obviously through these 3 sections. For DRS, we're in the second DRS zone now. And even with literally no ERS on our side, with 12% now as we are charging the battery, Russell does have the advantage, but we have the delta pace and the forward lunacy to keep momentum, to keep in front of George Russell. Oh, excuse me. Right, start of lap 21 now. It's literally just the Goose versus George Russell really for P1. As Verstappen is almost 7 seconds behind us, and George Russell goes around the outside here. The Goose defends. He's got DRS, and he's just trying to use the overtake button as we go to turn 3. He goes round the outside, so does Russell, and we go dive on the inside to keep our position. Defending from George Russell. This Goose is defending. Get in there, son. That's how you do it. Get the elbows out, get the wings out, and start flocking and honking your horn. Not like that, but you know what I mean. It's like the Untitled Goose Game all over again. That's a game I should play. The Untitled Goose Game. What do you guys think? Should I? Yes or no? But that's not important right now. What is important is that Russell is he's building up the delta on his side, and he's thinking about possibly DRS. Bit of the overtake button through the first DRS zone. He's got advantage here. No, he doesn't. Not quite enough momentum as we go into lap 22 here. This is round 2, people. For he's thinking about it. He goes round the outside again. But we brake late. He goes around the outside. He tries to get it. He briefly get. Oh, he's position 1. He's got it. No. No, he hasn't. Almost had it. Almost had it, but lost it. And now he's back in P2. Verstappen is slightly catching up. He's 5.8 seconds behind Russell. Well, us, shall we say. Now this is some excellent racing between King's Lynn's #1 driver and ultimate ladies man George Russell versus Worcester's #1 driver and ultimate lunatic, the Goose himself, ultimate madman of Mordor, sorry, shall I say. Going to lap 23 now. We still have the fastest lap, by the way. I wonder what tyres Callum Williams is on, and more importantly, is he in front of Nick De Vries? And here we go, change of strategy from no, almost a change of strategy from George Russell. He thought about going down the inside, but the Goose defends and blocks him off and leaves Russell almost a second behind there. However, Russell is making some ground. He is catching up slightly. At least we have a bit more action, and it's more interesting now in the second half of the Grand Prix after the pit lane. Slightly more interesting. The clouds are clearing, which means we are not expecting any rain, which is Goose. And here we go, lap 24, so that's 2/3 of the Austrian Grand Prix for the 50% session of it at least, completed with just 8 laps to go. No, 12 laps, sorry. I know what I meant. I know what I said. Meant? No, meant, Tico, meant. Dive round the inside, blocking off Russell's attempt of gaining position 1 from us. Verstappen is now 4.5 seconds behind us and George Russell, which means nothing good, sadly. And Hamilton is closely following Verstappen by 1/2 second. Oh, that audio needs fixing. I've tried everything. I've lowered the quality. I've lowered the game quality. I've tried to make it all work, and it's still doing that. I think it's EA. This is being EA. Going to lap 25, we use a bit of the overtake button to try and keep ourselves in front of George Russell, and to give him the disadvantage. We're charging up now. We're just hammering it down. Past turn 2, the fast turn 2 here, up to the hill. Up to turn 3. Nice. Oh my god. Oh no, he's not last. There's we are trailing actually 2 cars from the back of the grid here. I see our teammate Callum Williams, but there's a car behind him. It looks to be a Williams. I think it's Logan Sargent. Or it could be Nick De Vries in the Alpha Tauri. Who knows? At least he's not last. For now. And for the 4th time now, as we go into the start of lap 26, we have set the fastest time of the Grand Prix for the 4th time. The first 3 were at the first 3 laps. Lap 1, 2, 3, and now 25. Yeah, it looks to be a Williams racing car behind the flocking Geese's Callum Williams, our teammate. Pleased to know that the
Okay, we're hitting the rated limits on the MGUH. The power unit is going to be more prone to overheating.
oh great, 75%. The turbocharger's at 68, but that's not important right now. It's the MGUH. That's the problem. Look at that. If that goes, we've lost the race and we have to retire, and that'll be just a disappointing. That'll be just a huge disappointment to the end of the Grand Prix, and we have 9 laps to go. We are 3/4 into this race. 27 lap. We have 9 to go. Will the engine hold out? Will the car keep its status as a durable car? Because this car, the Flocking Geese's car, may be a bag of bolts and absolutely shite, right? But as you've seen from F123, it has proven to be incredibly durable. It's a tank. It will just take anything. Gearbox failures, multiple components will fail in one race, or start to fail in one race, like turbocharging. I mean, a good example of a test of. Hang on, I'll go back to the rant in a minute. But meanwhile, George Russell is thinking about it. He's thinking about it in the last 2 corners here, trying to overtake the Goose, and he's got the slipstream, he's got the DRS, he's got the momentum here, and we got the not much in the way of a overtake button. He goes round the outside, we go round the in, dive, get him on down, get him off the track. He's off the track and he is a second behind him. The Goose escorts him round the outside like a professional. Well, I say professional, not really. Like a complete fucking lunatic. So what was I saying? Yeah. So in F123 at the Paul Ricard circuit for the French Grand Prix, this car proved that it is incredibly durable. And it will take a lot, and we can still achieve excellent things. Because we started P17 due to penalties because of the components. But we managed to get up to 10. We managed to get up to P7. That's when we finished, by the way, P7 with a worn-out MGU, a worn-out internal combustion engine, gearbox.
The turbocharger's on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
And turbocharger, I think it was. But this is not good news at all. 76% for the MGU-H. We have 7 laps to go now. Hamilton moves up to position 3 ahead of Verstappen. God, what's Hamilton done to Verstappen to get him over almost a second behind him? Christ! Yeah, that engine's got us on edge here. Got us literally just. Oh my god! I would suspect the people in the pit lane and the pit crew up there fucking just be like, oh my god, no! They'll be panicking now. Lap 30 now, 6 laps to go. Will the engine survive? Will the engine survive? Will the car survive? Damn it! The turbocharger is still relatively working, although we're not actually getting any charge from it. Not much, obviously, because it is worn out. So that's definitely 2 new components we're going to need for Silverstone. Yep. I feel like we're going to get some penalties. That is something that I really want. I need to have a drink. That's something that I want to avoid this season. No more grid penalties because of having to get more components. I feel like that's inevitable though. We are going to actually get penalties. Excuse me. George Russell got the slipstream now. He's catching up. He's closing in. He's closing in now. He's going to his last turn, so I can get my words out right. The throat's drying. With the overtake, he's got DRS. He goes out of the slipstream. Will that Mercedes powertrain get him through? No, it doesn't. Slightly does it. They're still neck and neck. And George Russell goes behind. Bit of a screen glitch there. And we go to turn 3. Still behind us. God, the Goose is defending with a worn-out car. 5 laps left, people. Now, will the car explode, or will we actually finish the race in P1 or P2? One way or the other, this race is going to end. Oh god. The car at the moment is showing its true testament to how reliable it is, but it's better to just wait to see what happens until the end of lap 36. And Russell is still behind us, still trying to get the momentum going. He's keeping behind us here. We go to lap 32. Verstappen is just 3 seconds behind us. And Russell thinking about going around the inside. There's contact between the 2 cars. Russell thinking about going around the inside, but no. Has he got wing damage? No, you can just see Verstappen barely climbing into turn 3 there behind us, so he is catching up. But no, yeah, he definitely had to put the brakes on he had to use the brakes there for George Russell did, as he made contact with us. As you can see, the Goose is not exactly going full power here, and is trying to coast as best as he can through the corners to try and keep the engine from overheating and exploding, causing a DNF. So he is actually being careful for once with the car. And the turbocharger is at 69%. Rockstar will be pleased. Nice. What is not impressive is that the fact that the MGH is at 70-something %. 6. And you can just see that we are actually catching up to the two cars at the back of the back of the grid. Is the Williams still last? No. No. It's Williams. It's our teammate. We are expecting a new simulator. We are expecting an upgrade to the facilities by 4th of July, so that's just after the Silverstone Grand Prix, which is annoying. Actually, no, it's July 9th, isn't it, the British Grand Prix is? Here we go, lap 34, 3 laps to go, and Russell's fallen behind significantly for their contact must have done a bit more damage than we thought it did. He's trailing now, almost 2 seconds behind us. Yeah, that must have done a bit more damage than we previously thought. That contact last lap, yeah, it's definitely done so with the back of his car, the front of his car. Sorry, we're front wing damage. It seems possible. And you can just see our teammate in front of us in last place, P21. So obviously you have to remember that Carlos Sainz retired earlier in the race. And we're catching up with him, and the 20th position racer, so that will be AlphaTauri or Williams, I don't know, I can't see here. It looks to be an AlphaTauri, so that's Nick de Vries in front of Callan Williams. Lap 35 now, and Russell is 3 seconds behind us. Oh my god. Yep, he's done something to the front wing. Well, that's position 1 secured for us, unless if the engine says otherwise. All we gotta do now is focus on the engine not exploding. And the blue flag protocol is out. We have permission to overtake the back marker, our teammate, Callan Williams. I'm sure Williams will be given the blue flag. Yep. Blue flag, we are through. Passing our teammate. And we get the second blue flag marker for Nick de Vries from AlphaTauri.
Okay, you just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Last lap, people. This is the deciding factor here. This will test the durability theory of the car, and Nick de Vries is not exactly giving a wide berth for the Goose there as we go into the turn 2. Even under the blue flag conditions, that must be an FIA penalty or something. Russell is, oh my god, 5.5 seconds behind us. This is domination. Complete, total domination.
1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
And we have a fuel problem. That's because we're reaching the end of the race. It's flashing, which means we've learned from Spain that it's still okay. The MGH is at 77%. We have just a few corners left. In fact, we have 2 corners left now. Will the engine give in, or will we actually survive the race and get into that 2 corners? Here we go, into the final corner now. The checkered flag. And we've done it! Bit of screen freeze there, but we've done it! The Goose, for the 2nd time this season, wins position 1.
Amazing, you deserve that race win. Well done, mate.
What a complete and total domination. What? Alexander Albon.
That, we wrap up another incredible Grand Prix weekend. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings.
This result then narrows the gap between our championship leader and the rest of the standings.
So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from the owner-drivers team this weekend who pushed themselves further up the order. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Oh, the Goose is back, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Jesus! Complete, total domination from the Goose. Flocked his wings hard. Fastest lap. 34 points overall. 8 in the sprint race, 26 in the Grand Prix, with additional 1 for fastest lap. Holy Jesus! Miracles were made. No, it's been a hell of a weekend here at Austria. And who got driver of the day? Albon got driver of the... Albon got driver of the day? Huh? No. I hope you've enjoyed the Austrian, both the sprint race and the Grand Prix. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other channel, Tico Sprinter. Yeah. His contract's coming up after Silverstone. Speaking of Silverstone, round 11 is at not only the Goose's home Grand Prix, but George Russell, Hamilton, Norris, and... Actually, no, Callum is from Australia. Okay, then. Well, it's just us 4 then. Hamilton, Russell, Goose, and Norris's home Grand Prix is next in Great Britain. So we'll see you at Great Britain Grand Prix for the Silverstone Grand Prix. See, I can't get my words out, can I? Bye for now.